everyone. Just wanted to say hi. This is the first of many podcasts to come. First time doing a podcast, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous, but I have a lot to share, and I want to go ahead and share with anybody that's willing to listen on different topics that I've experienced being an entrepreneur. I'm in the landscape industry, landscape and snow industry, and I'm the co-founder of Diaz Group LLC, and we're a medium-sized company. We started back in 2007, and so we have about 12 years of experience and a lot of information to give out to a lot of people that are out there starting, or who knows, maybe already have established businesses. But today's topic for me is going to be the most important part of our business, which is the culture. So what is culture, right? Everybody talks about it. You hear so many big companies talk about culture, and for us small guys, it's kind of hard for us to define what culture really is. When we hear Walgreens culture, it's really easy because they spend millions of dollars on marketing and training to give their people that extra edge on culture. But for us, the smaller guys, culture is pretty simply the way we do business, the way that we behave as we do business, the way that we behave when our customer's not looking at us, what happens behind the scenes, what type of values we carry on. And every company has a different culture. For us, culture is defined because we kind of created it, and we've been actually reaping what we have sowed for 12 years. So we have 4 core values, which are people, family, community, and systems. So for us, systems is a way of thinking. So process thinking. So everyone here in the company shares those 4 values, meaning that they're very in tune with their people skills. They put people first above all. They're very integrated with the community. They have to give back to the community. They have to be family oriented. Here we treat each other like family. We hold each other accountable like any other business, but we treat each other like family. And then the other one will be the systematic way of thinking. But the culture extends more than that. It extends to the way we behave, the way we talk to customers, the way then anybody from, we have about, it's in total there's about 75 employees full time. So it's the way that you talk to the guy it's only been to the company for a month, and he already kind of got in tune with the culture. And if you compare it to the person that has been here for 12 years, it's the same culture, the same happy culture, the same very welcoming, very warm, very inviting. So for us, we believe that everybody has a culture. It could be maybe what's a good culture for our company is not good for another person. But this is what we have, and it's what we bank on, and it's actually what works for us. It's a set of, like I said, a set of behaviors and norms that we all follow on a day-to-day basis. And like I said, it's what we do when people are not watching us directly. It means how we behave when the customer is not in front of us. Or how does the foreman behave when his supervisor is not there? How does the supervisor behave when his manager is not looking at him? How does the manager behave when the vice president of operations is not overseeing him? All those things add up to what culture is. So like I said, it's a base, it's a strong base that we have, and any company has. But I always advise every company to find what their real culture is. And if they have any part of their culture they need to work on it. It's just a matter of finding out. I'm gonna give you an example. For us, our biggest part of our culture that we needed to work on was accountability. We helped each other so much because we have the familiar culture that it became a little hard to hold people accountable. But we had to change that. We worked and we actually fine-tuned it to where people are accountable for their actions. We developed KPI'S, key performance indicators, which actually helped us with the situation, and we could hold each other accountable by measuring our success or what we did not succeed on. So culture has a lot of things that you have to use to actually keep on nurturing it, and it could keep on getting developed better and better. Like I said, every company has a different culture. It all depends what you want to accomplish and what do you stand for. What do you stand for? And I ask you, whoever's listening, what do you stand for? What do you want every one of your employees to exhibit when you're not there? And I think everybody has a different answer. Everybody has a way different answer. But what works for you? Or what do you want to work for you? And I think that as a business owner, we all need to take time and ask ourselves that question. Because in the toughest times, your culture is the one that's going to carry you on. On your best times, your culture is what actually could anchor you to keep on being successful over and over and over again. So, it's a short video about culture, but we could talk about an hour on culture topics. But one thing's for sure, it is one of the most important things that a company could have. And if you don't know what your culture is, I believe you have to ask yourself, or ask people around you, ask your employees. If you ask all of them, they'll probably give you your right culture that you have established. Or hire a consultant. Hire somebody outside of your company to come and see what you have going on. In the past, we have hired multiple consultants. We still have consultants as we speak. But a lot of them have guided the way for us to be successful and to be able to understand what culture really means. So, apart from culture, there is also something we call our DNA. So, we have our culture, but everybody in the company exhibits something that I call what's in our DNA, our identity. And in that, we have a little different names for them. One of our DNA characteristics is that we are always learning, and I phrase it as students always. Students always. Simple as that. We're always learning. Never could be the guy that knows everything in a room because we're always learning. It gives us a sense of humility, knowing that we're always learning. And if you're the person that is always learning, you are the most dangerous person in the room or wherever you are, because you're always going to learn from your mistakes. That's one of our key DNA characteristics. Our second one is community-minded, meaning that everybody that works here has to always be thinking how they're going to help the community. How are they going to impact any community they set foot on? What's their plan? What is a long-term solution, and how is it going to benefit the community that we're standing on? Everyone has to have that DNA inside of them. The next one is friendly. I know it sounds cliche to be friendly, but it's very important for us because we're a relationship building company, so everybody has to have their friendly, professional mindset. Always. The next one for us is everyone that works here needs to utilize global resources to provide local value. And a lot of people could really argue with me on this or not, but like I said, this is how we run our company. And we believe that as long as we find any resource, it doesn't have to be globally. It could be regionally, it could be internationally, it could be national, but it means if we got to get a resource out of our geographical area, we should, to provide local value to all of our customers. So over the years, all those DNA factors had helped us to create this person to handle any problem in that manner. If you have a problem, you know you can use your global resources to provide your value. If you have a situation, you always know that you could go to your community for help. You always know that you're a student always, so you have to learn. You have to go look for information. You have to go ask for help. And you always know you have to approach it in a friendly manner, which to us lock us in place for success. Because even though if we try it once and it doesn't work, we will try it again. And we're not afraid to look for any other answers. So, I hope to one day have a lot of questions for anybody out there that I could answer. But in reality, I just wanted to give you guys a topic of what is very important to me that hits me in the heart, which is culture. We've been interviewed by John Deere Corporation on this. We've been interviewed by NALP, the National Landscape Associated Professionals, Accredited Professionals, the SIMA, Snow and Ice Management Associations. So we've been approached by a lot of different association organizations also on how do we see the culture topic. So if you're ever in Chicago and you want to see more of our company, I invite you to come over. We have a few satellite offices and we could show you the culture in every one of our places. So I hope you guys are having a good day, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. But I really do express it again. Pay attention to your culture. Don't let it go. Don't abuse it. Don't oversell it. If it's not natural, don't do it. All right, guys. Thanks a lot.